The differential protection of alternators and balanced earth fault protection. So this is unit 4 of 5th semester switchgear and protection. The course outcome of this session is the students are able to know the different protection schemes for alternators or of alternators. So the objectives of this session is differential protection of alternators, merge price circulating current scheme, protection against earth faults, balanced earth fault protection. So this is session number 35, the differential protection of alternators and balanced earth fault protection. We will see both construction and working of these two schemes. So the differential protection of alternators, under this first we will see what are the faults occurs on alternators. Basically the electrical machines can be classified into two. One is static machines and dynamic machines. The alternators which comes under dynamic machines, where it involves both the stator and rotor. So the major faults in alternators, one the failure of prime mover. So alternator, in order to give the kinetic energy to the alternator, we need to have a prime mover. So there may be faults in prime mover or failure in prime mover. Second, the failure of field. So this is another case or another fault in alternators. Third, overcurrent. It is due to the overloading or any fault. Overspeed. Fifth is over voltage. Next, unbalanced loading and stator winding faults. First we will see what is the differential protection of alternators. So the most common system used for protection of stator winding faults, this employs circulating current principle. This scheme of protection, currents at both the ends of the protected section or the protected zone are compared. Under normal operating conditions, both the current entering and leaving are equal. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we are Kirchhoff's current law na use ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. So where KCL has to satisfy under this. The difference of currents arranged to pass under fault conditions is through the operating coil of the relay, also known as merge price circulating current scheme. So this is the general arrangement for differential protection, where this is called as in the stator winding, the three phases of stator winding, and CTs are connected across the stator windings. Okay, first we will see what is construction. So one, we should have identical current transformers. CT1 and CT2 are placed on either sides of the protecting stator windings. The secondaries of each sets are connected in star. The two neutral points and the corresponding terminals of the stator group are being connected together by a pilot cable or the pilot wire. The relay coils are connected in star. The neutral points being connected to the current transformer, common neutral. The outer end, one of each of the other three pilots. The relays are connected across equipotential points. So equipotential andre the common potential points. The potential of the line will be same. So adakke we call it as an equipotential points. So idu yavaglu the central irutte, pilot wire central irutte. So therefore it is located at middle of the pilot wires. So again the relays, generally we are using the electromagnetic type. So when it is come to the operation, so you take any relay operation or the circuit breaker operation, we have to divide that into two sections. One during the normal course of operation, that is called as the normal condition, and the second as the abnormal condition, or what you call it as the fault condition. Okay, first we will see the operation under normal condition. The first point is, under normal conditions, the current entering and the current leaving at both the ends of the winding will be equal. So ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ the Kirchhoff's current law ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So where the entering and leaving are same. So that is during the normal conditions. Second point is, the currents in the secondaries of two CTs are connected on any phase will be equal. There is a balanced circulating current in the pilot wires. So hence the fourth point is, no current flows through the operating coils. So illi R1, R2 and R3 we call it as the operating coils. So yavaga ee R1, R2, R3 the operating coils al current hogalvo, the relay it is said to be inactive. When an earth fault or phase to phase fault occurs, this condition no longer holds good. The condition is, so the current through the operating coil will start to flow. So only during the fault conditions. The differential current flowing through the relay circuit operates the relay. When the relay operates, it trips the circuit breaker. So as I told earlier, next we will see the operation during the fault condition or during the abnormal condition of the system. Okay, let us assume the point 1 is when earth fault occurs on phase R. So whenever the earth fault occurs on a particular phase, that is an R phase, the current in the affected phase will flow through the core and frame of the machine to the earth. So the outermost part of your alternator, we call it as a core, right? It will flow through the machine and to the earth. The circuit being completed through the neutral earthing resistance. And fourth point is, currents in the secondaries of the two phases in the phase R, that the 2 points or the 2 CTs in phase R will become unequal. Next point is, the difference of two currents, that is current entering and leaving, that can be measured by using 2 CTs in phase R, flow through the corresponding relay coil through the neutral point. Sixth point is, when the current flow through this, consequently the relay operates to trip the circuit breaker. Next point is, the difference of two currents flowing through the corresponding relay coil returning through the neutral pilot. Consequently, the relay operates to trip the circuit breaker, and short circuit fault occurs between the phases Y and B. The short circuit current circulates. The current in the secondaries of two CTs in each affected phase will become unequal. The differential current will flow through the operating coils of the relay. Now it is not through R1, it is through R2 and R3, because now the affected phases are Y and B. So illenagutte, so when you got an earth fault adaga, that is particularly on R phase mele, and the relay operating coil corresponding to the R phase, R1 will be get energized. But whereas the short circuit occurs between the two phases Y and B, now the relay operating coils R and 2 will be affected and it will be energized. The relay then closes its contacts to trip the circuit breaker. So this is regarding your differential protection. So where we are using two CTs. CT1 and CT2 on either sides of stator winding, and all CT1 and CT2 are of 3 phase, and it will be connected to the equipotential points R1, R2 and R3. We call it as a relay operating coils, and then it will be connected to the trip circuit. Next we will see what is balanced earth fault protection. So in case of small size alternators, so far we have discussed with large capacity alternators. In case of small capacity or small size alternators, the neutral ends of 3 phase windings are connected internally to a single terminal. So whenever you connected in this manner, it is not possible to use merge price principle. So where in case of merge price, where we'll have two CTs, CT1 and CT2 of 3 phase, and then it will be connected to the equipotential points for operating coil. There are no facilities for accommodating the necessary CTs. So CT1 CT accommodate ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, right? In neutral connection of each phase of winding. The protection against earth fault is balanced earth fault protection scheme. This scheme provides no protection against phase to phase faults unless and until they develop into earth fault. See, the drawback in this case is, whereas in case of a differential protection, so that can provide the protection against both the earth fault and phase to phase fault. But whereas in case of unbalanced earth fault protection, it fails the protection against, or it fails to provide protection against phase to phase faults until this phase to phase fault it develop into the earth fault. So this is the schematic arrangement for balanced earth fault protection. So this is the 3 phase stator winding, and one end will have CT, and it will be connected through the earthing resistance. The other end we got a 3 phase current transformer, and at equipotential point it will be connected to the relay operating coil, and then which is in turn it will be connected to the trip circuit. So we will have 3 phases R, Y and B, and we are taken 2 faults. One is F1 and another is F2. F1 is within the protected zone, and F2 it is away from the protected zone. See, this is the difference in balanced earth fault protection. So one is an F1 and another fault is say F2. Okay, so let us see what is a construction of balanced earth fault protection. 3 line current transformers, one mounted on each phase. Their secondaries are connected in parallel. A single current transformer in the conductor joining the stator point of alternator to the earth. A relay is connected across the transformer secondaries. The protection against earth faults is limited to the region between the neutral and the line of current transformers. So we will see the operation of balanced earth fault protection. Under normal operating currents or under normal operating conditions, the current flowing in the alternator secondaries of the 2 lines of current transformer are due to become 0. So therefore, no current flows through the relay operating coil. The current in the neutral wire is 0. The secondaries of neutral current transformer supplies no current to the relay or the relay operating coil. If an earth fault develops at F2, that is external to the protected zone, it is away from the protected zone, the sum of currents at the terminals of the alternator is equal to the current in the neutral connection. therefore no current flows through the relay. Okay, so ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ we have taken two faults, ಒಂದು F1, another is F2. F1, it is within the protected zone or within or in between the two CTs on either sides of the stator winding, and another fault, and ಇನ್ನೊಂದು fault ಇದೆ, this is F2. F2, it is not within the protected zone or within the current transformers, it is away from the current transformers. When the fault F2 occurs, right, it will never have any impact on the currents entering and leaving of the protected zone. So therefore no current flows through the relay, right, and the relay, it is said to be inoperative. Next, when an earth fault occurs at F1. So when an earth fault occurs at F1, where F1, it is within the protected zone, now the currents entering and leaving is no longer equal. The differential current flows through the relay operating coil. Whenever the differential current flows through the relay operating coil, the relay operates to disconnect the alternator from the system. Okay, so this is regarding the differential protection and balanced earth fault protection. So the differential protection, where we are using two CTs, CT1 and CT2. Both the CT1 and CT2 are of three-phase CTs, and the operating coils are connected to the equipotential. So when an earth fault or face-to-face fault occurs, so the relay operating coil will get energized and it will trip the circuit or trip the circuit breaker. So next we will see assessment for this session. Question number 1, the most commonly used system of protection of generator is. The most commonly used system for the protection of a generator is, one is an overcurrent relay, B power relay, C circulating current system, and D all of the above. The most commonly used system for protection is, as we discussed, it is circulating current system. So therefore the solution for this question is C. Question number 2, the chief cause for overspeed of alternator is excitation, B overload, C sudden loss of load, and D none of the above. The overspeed, it is due to the sudden loss of load. So therefore the solution for this is C. Question number 3, earth relays have dash current settings. The options are high, second is 0, third is low, and D none of the above. Earth relays always have low current settings, so hence the solution for this is C. Fourth question, overload protection is generally not provided for. Overload protection is generally not provided for A DC generators, B synchronous motors, C alternators, and D none of the above. Overload protection is generally not provided for alternators. So therefore the solution for this is C. Next question is, balanced earth fault protection is generally provided for dash generators. Balanced earth fault protection generally provided for dash generators. Options are A medium, B large size, C small size, and D none of the above. Balanced earth fault protection is generally provided only for small size generators. So hence The solution for this is small size. Sixth, an earth fault is generally dash than short circuit current. The earth fault is generally dash than short circuit current. The options are more, second less, third more or less, fourth both A and B. So the options A is more, B is less, C is more or less, and D is both A and B. The earth fault is generally less than the short circuit current because, so as we discussed under short circuit condition, the short circuit current is roughly about 5 times the rated value. So hence the earth fault is always less than the short circuit current, and the solution for this is B. So before thanking, I am recapping this entire session. So the objectives of the session is differential protection of alternator. Why we are going for differential protection and what is differential protection. Second is merge price circulating current scheme. Third, protection against earth faults. So in order to give the protection against earth faults, so we are going for balanced earth fault protection. So at the end of the session, as I told earlier, the students are able to know the different protection schemes of alternator, that including merge price, differential protection, and balanced protection. So thank you for listening, and this is our team headed by Srimati D. Aruna and Dr. K. Tippeswamy. Thank you.